Bum, bum, bum. Okay, this is going to be a brief Periscope on one topic. I would like to solicit any climate whistleblowers to reveal themselves to me confidentially, and you will not be revealed. So if there are climate change whistleblowers, people who are directly involved in the science, and you have to be currently working or recently quit, and you have to be legitimately on the inside knowledge of some climate change shenanigans. And if you can reveal yourself to me, and the best way to do it is on LinkedIn. So if you go to LinkedIn, then I'll see what your credentials are. You can send me a message and ask to be connected. I connect with everybody who asks me on LinkedIn, and then you can send me an email. Now, I can't guarantee that there isn't somebody in the world monitoring digital communication, but that would be the government or the social network platforms. I can't guarantee that nobody's watching that stuff, but I also don't think they care. So I think you're safe. The only thing I can promise is that I will not, in any intentional way, ever reveal your name in any way unless you specifically ask me to do that. Now, furthermore, I will show you how to get rich so that any risks you might have of coming public, but only if you want to come public. There's nothing about this offer that requires you to go public. You don't have to. But if you did, I will set up a mechanism for you to get rich. For example, I could do it in a few different ways. I could find a sponsor. I could find a billionaire who really, really cares about getting to the bottom of things and say, look, give me X dollars and I will present you this person. If they don't have the goods, you don't have to pay. But we can work out a deal. I'll be like your agent. If you have the goods, I'll be your agent and I'll find a way to pay you a massive amount of money to tell your story publicly. But you don't need to. You could just come out to me, tell me your story, and try to convince me that you've seen real bad behavior in the scientific community. Now, let me be clear. The type of person I'm looking for would be someone who has direct evidence that the temperature measurements are fake. That would be ideal. Someone who works with temperature measurements and knows them to be fake, if such a person exists. And by the way, I should tell you that I don't believe such people exist. I'm testing it. And so this is just a system to find out if anything emerges. Now, there are very few people in the world who could make this kind of an offer and seem at all credible. I think everybody who's been watching me knows I've argued both sides of climate change. I've argued that there's a lot of BS on both sides and that I can't tell exactly what's true because I can't evaluate the science and there's so much BS and marketing and hyperbole that I can't get to the bottom of it. So I am genuinely open-minded, and the only thing that I would like to accomplish is to see if society can come to a better understanding. Now, what I expect is nobody will come forward. And I don't want to hear anymore that people are afraid to come forward, because I don't think anybody has a good reason to be afraid of talking to me personally. And if they say that's as far as it goes, I will never mention your name to my best friend. I won't say it to my dog. I won't mention it to Christina. I won't tell my brother. I won't tell somebody later. I will never mention your name. In fact, I will never write your name and I will never speak your name if that's what you want. And so you have a safe way to tell your story if you are a climate change whistleblower. And I'll talk to you about ways that you could get rich by telling your story, but it's optional. It's optional. If you want, you can just talk to me, and that's the end of it. So that's my offer. Now, we can't say that at the end of this, we have a conclusive answer if nobody comes forward. Because you could still say, well, not everybody heard about it. People have their reasons. So it's possible nobody will come forward. But I want to take off the table the certainty that if somebody came forward, it would be a bad decision. I could get you a book deal. I can get you speaking engagements. I can get a GoFundMe going. I can make you rich. I'll find an oil company that'll pay you. I'll find somebody who will pay you a lot if you're real and you have the goods. All right, so that's my offer. And I'm going to leave this out there for a little while. I'll repeat it a few times on Periscope. I might tweet it. Now, some of you are saying there already are whistleblowers. There already are. I'm not looking for the kind of whistleblower such as Judith Curry, who's great, by the way. So this is not a criticism of Judith Curry. Her criticisms are public, and they're about the statistical appropriateness of methods, etc. And I can't really judge whether those are, fair or not fair. But they also do not speak to collusion. So the Judith Curry, as far as I understand, her objections to climate science are about the science not being up to the standard it needs to be, which is fair, but is completely different from there are people who are secretly trying to fool us by just making stuff up and fudging the data. So that's the kind of whistleblower I'm looking for. I'm looking for anybody who believes and has direct knowledge, their own knowledge, that any of the data was falsified just to make the case. Now, I don't believe that that applies to Judith Curry. I don't believe that applies to anybody else in the conversation. I just need that one person who will agree with Tony Heller, famous climate skeptic, Tony Heller, who says that the temperature data has been intentionally and in a widespread manner falsified to tell a story. If you can come forward and show that that's true, you've actually worked in that field and you saw it yourself, I can make you rich. So come out to me. Go to LinkedIn, look up my name. I'm easy to find. Request a connection. I connect with everybody, not right away. It might take me a few days to sign on. And then you can send me a message. And send me a message and tell me your story. You don't have to put any more details in the message than you want. You could just say, I'm your whistleblower, contact me, and we could just do it verbally so there's nothing written down. So however you want to do it, we'll do it. All right? That is all for today, and I will update you as we do or do not find a whistleblower.